For the AEW Saviors, Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin overcome the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli and Pac.
And Penelope Ford is back. Could she vanquish Jamie Hayter? Also, Camille perpetuates a female stereotype. She's really a bad driver, guys.
On a cold Wednesday night in April, AEW had the Battle of Wills. And on a cold Wednesday night in November, AEW had the Return of Wills. Powerhouse Hobbs and Will Ospreay have come back to AEW Dynamite. What do they want? All that more this week's episode of Grapple-Sauce. Hit it, Dave.
Hey everybody, Daver, and welcome to the show. Welcome Chad and welcome Chandler.
Hey, thanks, Dave.
Chandler's back as well. How we doing, Dave?
We're good. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining. And before we get started, I just want to remind everyone out there, dust off the old elbows. Elbow drop that like button, baby. Power bomb that mother effing subscribe button and leave us a little comment. Let us know what you're thinking about the wrestling world. We want to know, and we want to talk about it, too.
This is going to be a big shocker for the Grapple-Sauce universe, but we were talking before we started recording, and we all mutually agreed this is the greatest episode of Dynamite we've all ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I liked it. I'm like the most positive one on this episode. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't like the greatest one ever, but I thought it was fun. It was a fun show.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of mid and was actually kind of bored for a good chunk of it, but there were still some good moments. Like, there's a few things I liked. I kind of liked the goofiness of the Monae and Camille trying to kill Chris Statlander. Had to definitely suspend my disbelief for that. Christian Cage kind of got me. I liked him.
Jericho. You got to watch Jericho.
Yeah, TV time, baby. I really loved the Hangman Page, Jay White beatdown segment. That was super fun for me, dude. Hangman Page just coming out of nowhere to kick someone's ass is never a dull moment for me. And Penelope Ford, I freaking loved seeing her back. She still had it. Doing all the moves that I loved, her gymnastic flip in the corner thing, and her matrix dodge into a cutter. That's what I love the most about it. So good. She still got it. She must have been doing some training, getting back into ring shape. And Jamie Hayter, obviously love her. It's kind of weird having her in like a mid-card situation right now, but they got to get her back. It'll take time.
Yeah.
I think they made the mistake, and I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying, like, in the terms of Jamie Hayter, they made the mistake of like crowning Mariah May at Wembley and then returning her. And then Monae, for some reason, they're not really interested in taking the title off her right now. So she just returned at a bad time where neither women's champions are going to be free anytime soon, let alone the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. That's not happening anytime soon. So at least she's on TV, right? That's a lot more than we can say for a lot of other women.
And she's in a cool story. Like, it doesn't involve the title, but still, like,
she's
kind of and it's good to have stories that aren't around the title too. Like, it's more than just one or two things going on.
She beat Saraya in a Saraya wins match. Like, that's kind of crazy. And then she beat Penelope Ford in her big return here, and it was a really good match.
Yeah, I quite loved it. The Jericho without honor match was typical popcorn.
But Dave, Tomohiro Ishii got the pin on Chris Jericho. That means Tomohiro Ishii is the number one contender to the Ring of Honor World title.
He's totally gonna win that, right?
Yeah, and then Tomohiro Ishii will be the face of the new Ring of Honor television channel they're gonna have. It's not just a show; it's a whole channel about Ring of Honor.
Nice.
Dang, I love it. I'm glad you got the inside scoop on that.
Yeah, that's a
Uh,
Grapple-Sauce exclusive.
yeah. Yeah, I felt the Swerve calling out Bobby Lashley totally fell flat for me. Chad was talking about it earlier. Like if that was the way he called out Hangman Page for a match, I think that would have made a lot more sense. But like the dude beat him down once. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like it should be like the culmination of like a big personal grudge feud, not like, we're here, we want to do business, we can hit you a few times. Like it just felt, I don't know, just felt like it felt very forced.
I can see that. I thought it was fine. I liked it. This is so crazy. I'm not used to being
This is backwards day today.
I know. I'm like, oh, I liked this segment. I thought, there are people who don't really know who Bobby Lashley is, surprisingly, or have not seen. Not a lot of people were watching Raw in 2020 and 2021 when the Hurt Business was a thing. So you kind of do have to have them come out and say, hey, we're here to mess shit up. But it was interesting how they were like, we're into the younger talent. We want to help younger talent. I was like, there's so many people on AEW who want to help younger talent right now.
And it's all the heels.
Yeah, I'm supposed to boo you for wanting better for people like Shane Taylor Productions or Private Party, or like I'm supposed to be upset. But yeah, and then I don't know. I just bought Swerve doing it. Maybe just because I'm putting way more on the story than there is. I'll definitely admit that. But Swerve has taken a couple losses lately. One to Danielson and then one to Hangman Adam Page. And then he just came back, and Lashley's kind of trying to steal his thunder. So maybe he's just kind of offended right now. And he's like, I'll kick your ass. Like he's just offended. You're right. Now that I'm thinking about it, it is like the way he responded should have been like to Hangman Page, where it's like, I want one more time. Well, he didn't even say that. He just said full gear. But I don't know what I would have done. I thought it was broadly fine.
I would have wanted like a couple paragraphs, like like you beat me
Mission
down
statement.
and I respect you, but blah blah blah. We full gear, like let
I'm
me
I don't know why I'm remarkably optimistic about AEW right now. I'm sure that's going to come in the next 2 weeks. The Swerve has to have a mic and a promo segment in the next 2 weeks, right? Right?
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
Plus the C2's coming, so you got to be in a good mood.
Yeah, which reminds me, I did upload our Continental Classic predictions episode. Everyone check that out. See what Chad, Chandler, and myself predicted as far as participants and winners. So that's pretty interesting. See if we got anything right.
I'm going to be
Spoilers,
honest.
I did not.
No, yours is going to be the accurate one. I love my pitch, right? Of a certain someone steamrolling it all, right? But after tonight's Dynamite, I don't think that's going to happen, because his reign is already not as I'm just going to say it, Brock Lesnar-ish as I want. Takeshita should be your Brock Lesnar in AEW right now, and he's not. And I think that's kind of a crime. I get it. Powerhouse Hobbs just came back. Ricochet, I'm not saying he should steamroll them, but he should win. And so that's why I'm on the, he's going to beat Adam Cole because it's going to add to the drama. But now you two are saying something about 3 matches in a row, which I missed.
I even if he loses next week, if he goes Rampage, Collision, Rampage, he can still do 3 in a row. Because I would love to see a Brody Lee versus Cody style just massacre. Just Takeshita comes in there, bell rings, floor him, do the flippy deal, maybe those cool ass rolling German suplexes, just like spam the finisher button. 1, 2, 3. And
You know
weird
what?
random cut to MJF's house again, because that still bothers me. He just
They
laughs maniacally.
they're jarring. I will admit that. I know he's not there because he's filming a movie, but these MJF, I like this story's getting so much worse by the week. It's crazy how
We're
much.
going back into the devil dumpling territory.
At least there's Wardlow, At least there I might get to see Wardlow, but I like the Adam Cole match. Like I forgot about that match.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. That
I'm
match
so
was really
mad. It was so bad.
Malakai looked good, and I'm typically not a big fan of Malakai. And I was like, wow, like where's this Malakai been? I love him.
Crowd booed when Adam Cole kicked out of the end.
Well, and then it was like trying to be the like courageous bit where Malakai was like, come on, hit me with it. Nobody
Stupid.
cared.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Now,
Well,
alternate ending to that. He throws the end and he just blocks it with one arm, and then Arn Anderson comes out and goes,
yeah. So yeah, I'm not digging Adam Cole, guys. I hate to say it because this is my first time like I've seen him. I watched the Wembley match last year and I thought it was pretty good. And now I keep watching him and I'm getting
think
way
he's
more
not.
appreciation for the House of Black, who I haven't really cared about for a long time.
The match was clunky. Like Cole just was slow and like looked like it was not any chemistry. And those guys have wrestled each other like multiple times.
Yeah, they had a banger on Takeover.
I'll give him credit in that Adam Cole just came back from a really long injury. So it's going to take him a while to get back. But unfortunately, when you see a wrestler come back from injury, the general pop of them just being back typically carries them through their first couple rough matches, right? If there are any. And he's kind of lost it. But like the crowd was not great in general, I'll admit. But like Adam Cole at least has lost a little bit of his aura that he used to have.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys want to get into the episode?
Yeah, do the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right, let's see here. We've started off with the Hurt Syndicate, no longer the Hurt Business. Had a segment. They're all in the ring. MVP introduces Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley to a pretty big crowd response. Like the crowd was into them.
They were chanting MVP first.
Yeah,
That was
like
the most shocking part.
the whole group. Like they're over already. Like
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
They're putting Shelton Benjamin on TV, giving him great matches. They're making Bobby Lashley look like a killer, and they're giving MVP a mic. It's working.
Yeah.
I think they've got that big star recognition from the get-go. Like enough people know who the hell these guys are. And they know they did some really great things in the past. So that was refreshing to me how big of a positive response they got, even though they're technically heels. So they talk about wanting to uplift younger talent, like we talked about. They get interrupted by Swerve. They got all the refs holding him back, and he just says, "Bobby Lashley, full gear." MVP says, "We'll see you there, kid." Yeah, like I said, that was just like there should have been more meat to that in my mind. Like it was
There
just
should have
like
been a
caveman language. Bobby Lashley, full gear. Like
should have been a bit more. I'll give you that. I thought it was fine, right? I like Swerve a lot, so I was okay with it. But yeah, I do agree. He should have had a promo, but I'm also hopeful that it's coming next week.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll burn his house down or something.
Ooh, there we go. That'll kick this feud into next gear.
Well, yeah. After that, we get Claudio and Pac, the Death Riders, versus the saviors of AEW, Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin. Orange Cassidy stays on the ramp and lures in Claudio and Pac, and Darby Allin dives off the top of the tunnel. Uh, and yeah, they start to brawl. Claudio gives Orange Cassidy, this is great, alternating backbreaker, rib breaker, backbreaker, rib breaker.
That was kind of dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. It's like, how do you have it? Like, you have to have a lot of strength and endurance to do that. Uh, then Orange Cassidy gives Pac a really nice DDT. Darby gets the shit handed or kicked out of him. Pac gives him an avalanche teardrop brainbuster. Looked pretty brutal. Orange Cassidy DDTs Pac, then gives Yuta and Claudio a orange punch, but Marina Shafir takes out the ref, and the Death Riders murder Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin. We get a DQ. Moxley makes Yuta give Orange Cassidy a Bazaiku knee. Then the conglomeration come out and run them off. Yeah, like I like the whole lot of DQs with that faction. Like I'm okay with it for now. Like uh
They
this
should
is
be
our
winning.
yeah.
Like, sorry to cut you off. They shouldn't be beating Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy because Darby Allin's most likely going to be the one to beat Moxley way down the line. And Orange Cassidy has this big pay-per-view main event coming up in a couple weeks. So you shouldn't pin either of them. But past this, Pac and Claudio should not lose a match for a long time. As long as this story goes, or up until like, oh, it's a month out until whatever pay-per-view Moxley loses the title on, and they lose the trios world title, and that's the first, like, oh, they're crumbling, right? Like, that's how it should go. But you don't want it to be like NWO where it's like, oh, DQ finish every other match, so you just stop caring about like, oh, they're in this match, it's gonna go to a DQ. Like, there's not gonna be even a cool finish.
Yeah, I did get the NWO correlation in my brain too about that. Or at least cut out the DQs and just start cheating to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it made the elite really fun this year is because they cheated all the time. That's why I love Okada right now, because he's one of the best wrestlers in the world, but he'll still low blow you because he can. And that's funny. And
Yeah.
that's why he's keeping the title right now. That's going to be really interesting in the C2. So, like, who cares? Just start using brass knuckles every match. Have Marina Shafir go, hey, ref, I'm over here. Claudio, boom, because he can, and then wins.
Get some low blows. Yeah.
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 Have Pac get the hammer again.
Yeah. Yeah. Cut out the DQs.
Yeah. I really liked the presentation of the Death Riders. I really, really dig it. I thought Darby Allin's spot at the beginning was really fun, where Orange Cassidy was goading them in and he jumped off the top of the tunnel. I thought that was a lot of fun. And I this might have been my match of the night. I know that finish sucked, but I really did like the action in the ring. And then especially at the end where Claudio lawn darted poor Darby into the outside ring post. So he fell like 10 feet or like 6 feet. Like, poor Darby. That looked awful. I know that's his shtick, but I'll say it every time. Poor Darby.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin should not be taking a pin, either one of them. They're kind of like the leaders of the saviors at this point.
Until the Young Bucks come back. Then
Yeah,
they're
they're
the real
coming.
saviors.
Yep, they're coming. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's kind of a letdown for Orange Cassidy to kind of get that comeback and orange punch, and then okay, DQ. But yeah, this is their A storyline. My only complaint is I wish like they were doing what they were doing a couple weeks ago, where the Death Riders were like interrupting multiple matches and causing shenanigans everywhere.
It's kind of
It's
like
kind
what
of starting to
happened.
be contained right now.
It's kind of like what happens with all of these AEW takeovers. Like I feel like I've seen 3 at this point now because the Double Dumpling Gang was kind of trying to be that, and then it like it would just get whittled down into one little segment, not like 5 segments, one. And then the Elite, where it was like, oh, they're dipping their toes, they're picking Christian to face Swerve. That's cool. And then all this shit they're doing, right? And then it's like, oh, eventually they just never show up on the show anymore. And you just assume Tony Khan just has control. And now it's happening to them. And like, come on, this thing was so cool in the beginning. And it's already losing a little bit of like that zest that made it so cool. Like, these scary guys are taking over AEW because they think it sucks right now. And they're going to show everyone who sucks how to not suck. That's cool.
Yeah.
But it's like, they're not doing that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll let it play out, as we always say.
Hey,
Um,
I'm letting it play out until Moxley loses the title, and then I'll say it sucked or it was great. That
Yeah.
I think if
It's a fair attitude.
if they've actually built up a couple guys and the week to week TV hasn't been that great, but they did genuinely build a couple guys further up before this feud, hell yeah, I'm for it. But if the Young Bucks pin Moxley and they share the AEW World title, then no, it won't have been good.
Fair.
Yeah. But yeah, after that DQ match, we got a Ricochet backstage segment. He won't divulge his mystery partner against Fletcher and Takeshita. And then the Hurt Syndicate walk up and wish him luck and tell him how good his suit looks.
Oh, it's gonna be Bobby Lashley, isn't it?
That kind of, we'll get to the main event, but
I don't
I'm
know.
not
I
happy.
think the real gambit would have been if he came out and he's like, "So you say I get to choose anyone, Kyle Fletcher? I choose you. You're my partner. Now punch yourself in the face."
Do what happened with Dave? Do you know the story of how Cody Rhodes won his first title in WWE?
No.
Okay, I'll tell it really quickly. So he had tag team. Sorry, it's second tag. It's weird. So he was tag team champions with Hardcore Holly, right? And this was like early 2010s. And then he was going to have a tag team match with Ted DiBiase or against Ted DiBiase Jr. at a pay-per-view. And they went, okay, Ted's going to have a mystery partner. And you know who Ted's mystery partner was?
Him.
Who dat?
It was Cody Rhodes, yeah. So they 2-on-1 Hardcore Holly and beat him for Cody's tag titles.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I like that. But anyway, we get a match without honor match. uh, the Jericho Learning Tree Bunch versus Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe, and Ishii of the Conglomeration. No rules. We got chairs, we got kendo sticks, ladders, tables. That was kind of fun. It was chaos. I don't mind that at all. O'Reilly and Keith go through a table together. I didn't quite know what they were going for. It looks like Brian Keith was trying to choke slam him, but he didn't get the rotation on it right, and they both like equally crashed through it. I don't know. Then we got Mark Briscoe. This is brutal. Got choke slammed through a ladder by Big Bill. That was pretty nutty. O'Reilly and Big Bill make their way to the back. They're brawling, or to the stage, kind of in between that area. Big Bill tries to choke slam O'Reilly through 2 tables, but O'Reilly gets a guillotine on him, and they both fall through the tables. They're out for the rest of the match. I hope neither one of them got hurt during that. I thought it was weird.
You saw Kyle O'Reilly watch the TV
Okay.
during the Adam Cole match, so he's not
Yeah.
hurt.
I mean, unless they pre-recorded that.
Maybe.
Briscoe ends up hitting Jericho with the J Driller, and he doesn't pin him. Instead, he sets Jericho on a table, climbs a giant ladder, and gives him a froggy bow from the top of that tall ass ladder. Briscoe covers, but Keith Lee breaks the pin. Ishii gives Jericho a sliding lariat, then a brainbuster for the win, making him #1 contender for the Ring of Honor Championship. Yeah, fun popcorn match. It was you know, nothing outrageous happened. It was better because Jericho lost.
Do you see how Aubrey Plaza had to show Tomohiro Ishii, hey, go pick up that title? You see that
Yeah.
bit?
Yep.
I agree with you. This match was fine, but if there's one thing I'm not optimistic about right now, it's Chris Jericho and the conglomeration. I was not interested in this feud from the first day, and that has not grown since then. So, does anyone really care that Tomohiro Ishii is the #1 contender for the Ring of Honor World Title and has been Jericho? Like, everyone, like, it's so crazy, the stupid Jericho situation, because everyone's like, oh, I guess they're doing a Ring of Honor TV show. Like, that's the only reason they put the belt on him, when it just might have been Jericho wants another world title and they're not going to give him the AEW one. So sure, he can beat Briscoe and he can have his little reign, but like, I'm already sick of it. I don't want to see this I don't want to see Jericho, and I don't want to see Jericho holding a title. Even if it's a title I don't care about. It's the same thing with the FTW title. I don't care. I don't want to see it.
We could have had a second women's match. It would have been awesome.
You could have had more time for Swerve, so he could have had a promo. He could have said something more than Mr. Bobby full of gear.
Yeah, dude. True. Yeah, I don't understand. Like I said, Jericho's got a compromising photo of Tony Khan.
Yep.
That's all I have to say.
Jericho owns 51% of the AEW stock, and every time he goes to Tony Khan with a pitch, he says, I'll sell it to WWE. I'll do it. I'll do it. And Tony Khan goes, no, okay, I'll keep you. I'll give you what you want. And it's like, it's got to be something like that.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty weird. But yeah, match was I'm just glad Jericho lost. That made me happy. But after that, we get well, kind of not backstage. They were outside, I guess, technically. Moxley says Yuta doesn't owe Orange Cassidy anything, even though Orange Cassidy gave him some gas money, let him crash on his couch. He doesn't belong to him or Danielson. Yuta is a soldier under his command, and there's a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to destroy, and a time to rebuild. What season are we in? It's a little bit of both. Yeah, I kind of liked that. Good Moxley riddle.
Yeah.
Sorry, Coach Ed.
Oh, yeah, I love how poetic he can be. Like, even at his like thuggiest, most evil, I'm like, I can listen to this dude talk. He's got a way with words.
Yeah, should write a poetry book.
That'd be interesting. I was gonna say, I forgot to say it with the tag match, but one reason I'm so optimistic about this angle, because it seems like I can feel like through the TV that Moxley, Claudio, Pac, Marina Shafir, even Yuta, they really give a shit about this angle. Like, those 5 are selling me on it. So as long as they're still good, I'm still interested. So like they can have crappy matches and I'll still be like, okay, yeah, but I'll hear them out. I want to see where this goes. So kudos to them for and yeah, obviously it's easy to be motivated when you're a story of I'm a tough guy who beats everyone up, but like, I don't care. They're selling it well.
Yeah. I'm into it. Yep. Then we get Adam Cole versus Malakai Black. This is Adam Cole's second match. He has to win 3 consecutive matches in order to face MJF at Full Gear. It was weird. Black decided not to target the ankle, which commentary, uh, made pretty obvious. Cole super kicks Black as he comes off the apron to the floor. Cole hits Black with a Canadian Destroyer. Then Malachi Black comes back with a knee to Cole's face, covers him for a near fall. Malachi Black counters the boom with the end covers, but Cole kicks out. The crowd boos. Black should have won. Cole hits Black with a Panama Sunrise, then a super kick, but Adam Cole collapses. Malachi Black just sits down, cross-legged, and lets Adam Cole hit him with the boom. Cole gets the win.
You see, Dave. Malachi knew Adam Cole was the better opponent, so he respected him. He knew he was B. It's like when Jericho told Ospreay to hit him right here. And Ospreay, I'm trying to make stuff up. This match was pretty bad. I'll give it that. It was not good. For someone who does not really like Malachi Black, I thought he was awesome in this match. That was really good.
Oh yeah, he looked like the stronger opponent. Like, I don't think anyone. I guess Arn Anderson blocked the end, but no one's kicked out of it. Like, I thought it was pretty protected for the most part.
Well, and I think this is the third singles match that Malachi has lost in AEW. I know he's only had like 8, but still, like Cody, Adam Copeland, and now Adam Cole.
Yeah.
So this should have been big, but it really didn't feel big.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like, Adam's got to beat this guy on the way to his match with MJF that everyone's excited about. And now they keep threatening to put Roderick Strong in this match. And like, I'm not dissing Roderick. I like Roderick. But why are you putting him in this match?
Yeah, I'm kind of over Roderick, actually. He shaved the mustache. My interest is gone now.
What's wrong with him? Why would he do that?
That stash was so sweet.
I mean, I get what they're trying to do, like show like, him, Adam Cole facing adversity and trying to battle back after barely kicking out, but it fell flat. Like the Buddy Matthews match was good. Like that was so much better than this, and they were trying to tell the same story. You had even Cole and Black hug this time instead of shake hands. Cole gets on the mic, thanks Malachi Black, calls him one of the best. He says if him and Roddy both get 3 wins, it's a triple threat match at Full Gear. But yeah, overall the match was not good.
So we'll talk about it later because there are developments with this. I'm so hopeful about this that at least they'll tell the story right and that Adam Cole loses next week, scrambles on Rampage and Collision to get 2 more wins, and then goes to Dynamite and it's up. You're facing Roderick Strong, who's also at 2 wins, and then Adam Cole has to beat him, goes to Full Gear. I'm so hopeful that the right story is so easy that I'm like, they can't mess this up, right? That being said, I am scared for next week.
Yeah. Like I said, there's only one outcome I want to see next week, and that's just Brody Lee versus Cody style, just demolition of Adam Cole.
Squash. Yeah.
I thought if they have a good match. What if they have a good match, right? Wouldn't that be neat?
That would be cool too. But also, I kind of just want to see Takeshita just fuck him up.
But then I think people wouldn't care about Adam Cole and MJF if they're like, oh, well, he just got squashed by the guy who got pinned by Ricochet. Like, if people are really watching, they're like, who cares about Adam Cole and MJF if he's getting killed?
It'd be funny, though.
It would be. It would be.
When we get AEW on Max, one of our retro views is going to be Cody versus Brody Lee.
Okay, we should do both matches because I'm assuming the first one is a little short, right?
Pretty quick.
Yeah, let's do both.
Yep.
Yeah, that dog collar match, especially in retrospect after everything, like he even said like that match like affected who I am. Like that dog collar match was sure something special.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, then they show MJF. He's pissed off. He makes a phone call. He tells whoever's on the phone, I need you to pay someone a visit. We'll find out who that is later on. Then we get a Jay White promo backstage, but Adam Page attacks him and they fight into the stage area. Uh, Adam Page traps Jay White's ankle in the barricade, intending to hit him with a chair. Then, out of nowhere, Juice Robinson comes out, grabs the chair at the last minute, and Page takes off. Jay White says he's going to beat, embarrass, and dismantle him at Full Gear. He says Page has never been above him, and he never will be. Maybe he will be the first one to make Adam Page tap out in AEW. I'm okay with that. I thought this was really fun. I popped really hard. Like I like Adam Page being so brutal and ruthless and uh, like a villain. I liked when he attacked Jay White, but I'm rooting for Jay White. I like what he's doing promo wise, and uh, I'm a big fan of his. He came back really strong from his injury, even though I know Adam Page is gonna beat him at Full Gear.
Really?
Oh yeah,
You're pretty confident in Hangman winning? Because I am saying that
yeah,
this is the most unpredictable match going into
Yeah.
Full Gear.
I just
yeah. I mean,
I love how Jay White has changed nothing though. He still does heel things, but somehow he's the face. It's great. Like his
G-Boy was
buddy.
getting better reactions than Adam Cole.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to think about. And that's no disservice to Jay. He's fantastic. But he was a heel 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Before he injured his foot, he's a bad guy. And now people are like, woo, we love him. And couldn't give a crap about Adam Cole.
Yeah. So weird.
but yeah, I'm looking forward to that match at Full Gear. Then we get Statlander backstage. She says Monae can't change the fact that she will be the new TBS champion. Statlander walks away, and we hear a car accident commotion. Looks like they tried to hit Statlander, Monet, and Camille. Monet yells at Camille for missing, and Statlander pulls Monet out of the SUV, slams Camille's arm in the door, and slams Monet on the hood of the SUV. Um, I guess the only thing I was paying attention of is hopefully that belt didn't get scratched too bad when it went flying face down on the concrete. I was like, "Oh, the belt."
Yeah. I'm liking Monet more and more each week. I think they're finally like figuring it out. Like she's a smarmy heel and she does it really well.
Yeah.
Like it was a short, simple segment. It's a little goofy, but like she's the Bucks replacement of a goofy heel on top right now. And I'm okay with that because she's doing good at it. So I thought this was a fine segment. And I hate to say it, I'm looking forward to that Statlander match. And I hate to say it,
Man.
I'm not going to be upset if Statlander loses. It might not be the best choice, but I'm not.
No.
This is crazy. I'm
As
like,
long as the match is good.
yeah,
Yeah. Who are
I think
you?
they will have a good match. I think they will. But yeah, this is short, sweet, to the point.
Yeah. I'm into it too. I like Monet right now. I think she's getting in her groove. She's gotten her groove the last like 3 weeks. So I like Camille being this like oaf now. Like I like that better than her being like an unstoppable like China, you know? Like I like the oaf like messing up stuff. That's kind of fun for me.
Yeah, it's not great for her long term, but for the
Yeah.
silly character that Monet is, it fits.
She'll get fed up. She's gonna beat the shit out of Monet and get all her cred back.
Hopefully.
Then we get Christian Cage, Hook, uh, or him and Hook face to face. He says or he welcomes Kip Sabian to the Patriarchy. He realized Kip was just trying to get some attention. He called him a fatherless loser trying to find some guidance. Kip, he says Kip stopped him from getting beat down by Pac and Claudio by taking his pen. He was just looking out for him. He's done more for him than any of his other sons. Ooh, Nick Wayne did not like that. And he hugs Kip and tells him he loves him. Then we get Hook coming out. Uh, Christian Cage says he needs a son like him and couldn't have Taz's voice in his ear. He took out Taz, and Taz saw his face. And why didn't he tell Hook, who attacked him? He says Taz buckled when he made it to the big leagues and asked Hook if he wants to be an announcer like his dad. He wishes his father was dead. Hook breaks through the security and takes all the security out. Gets the red rum or some chokehold on a security goon, and the Patriarchy retreat. Yeah, I thought this was okay. You didn't like it when he said he wishes Taz is dead, Chandler?
No, I loved this whole segment. Like, absolutely loved it. I just thought the end bit was like, okay, Christian, you're on the most like logical argument he's had since I started watching wrestling. The guy who makes fun of people with dead dads actually had a decent argument for once, which was you're following your father's footsteps, where he was never that big and then he went up and then lost, right? And he became a commentator. Look at me. I'm a multiple time world champion in multiple different companies. Like, don't you want to be with me? And like, I was like, this is great. This is great. And then he went, I want your father to die. And I was like, well, you're not going to get Hook like that. Come on, Christian. You're not that dumb. But I had a really bad feeling about this. And I'll get into that. But I want to talk about what I really liked. I really, really liked the Kit Sabian bit where he took the pen and then he ran back and he ran into Pac and Claudio. And the way they just looked, they were like unsettling. And that was before they officially turned. So I really liked that. And I loved how the crowd went, oh, like they wanted to be like, yay. But then they were like, oh, and I really liked it because if he had cashed in then, because it was on Dynamite before, right? It was the Nigel match at Grand Slam. They would have interfered, and then like Christian probably thought, oh, it's because they're all friends. They want Brian to win and keep it, right? But no, it's because they wanted Moxley to kill him. It's great. Like, this is so good. And then I loved the bit because Nick Wayne's character, since he joined the Patriarchy, has been the whole time, which isn't bad. He's doing it well. But I liked how they finally were like, and Christian's right, because he's like, Kip saved my life. And Nick is like, wait, like I wrestle for you, like I'm here for you, like what the hell? So I really liked this segment. I thought Hook was good. I liked when he first came out. It was like, what do you want? Like, keep it quick. What do you want? I don't know. I've missed Christian for a while, and I love his promos. I love how he always starts with "Sit down, shut your mouth, and let me conduct my business." I just love Christian so much. I want him on my TV every week. But my bad feeling is, right? What if they do this Hook Christian feud, right? And then Christian maybe beats him once, beats him twice, but Hook is like, I got you this time. You're going to put your world title shot on the line. And Hook takes it from him. Ugh. I don't want that because I want Christian to have that title.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead on that. No, he needs to just have it forever.
Well, the only reason I think that is because they had that one shot at Wrestle Dream where it was Darby, Orange, Hook, and Adam Cole and Daniel Garcia. And I think that was very specific why all of those men were there, because they're basically saying, these are your good guys for the time being. And like, why else would we start this Hook Christian feud other than just because it's interesting? And, I don't know. I just had a bad feeling about it because I think Christian saying, I'm your reigning, defending, undisputed, best ever next AEW world champion is one of the funniest things they've done in a while. Like, that is so smart.
I love it too.
No, Christian's always kind of my MVP, and he just makes gold out of anything he's doing. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
How about the fact that he is the absolute best at deterring the what chant? They tried, but he like changed his cadence,
Yeah, he
and they
just
just
talked
like
quicker.
gave up. I was like, yeah, dude, go Christian.
Typically, people have to like acknowledge the crowd at least to get the what chance to stop. But he's just like, I'm gonna talk over you because I'm more important. Like, he's the best. I hate to say it.
Dude.
Christian's better than Adam Copeland. I'm on that team now. I'm on that team.
Me too. Yeah, he's a freaking legend. He'll be in the AEW Hall of Fame for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was fun. The more we talk about this, the more I loved it. I wasn't that big on it at first, but I like it a lot. I like seeing Kip Sabian in the group. He's a good replacement for Luchasaurus. And now Nick Wayne is the one who's the
possibly gonna
wait
turn.
a minute.
I think that's really interesting. And like, I hate to say it, I love Kill Switch. Long term, there's a lot more gainage you can get from Nick Wayne turning on Christian rather than Kill Switch turning on Christian. And maybe it could have been Kill Switch and Nick Wayne turning on Christian, and that would have been pretty good. But as of right now, starting the slow Nick Wayne turn, very smart. And I'm very like I'm into this. I'm just so into everything with Christian right now. And I think Hook and him are a good duo, and I'm looking forward to their match.
Yeah, we'll have that at Full Gear. Looking forward to Full Gear, man. Looking forward to our predictions. This is going to be good.
Yeah.
Going to be a good pay-per-view. Have a good feeling about it. Cool. Yeah. After that, we get the one women's match of the night. My match of the night. My girl Penelope Ford versus Jamie Hayter. Love them both. Like they're very high on my list of female competitors in AEW. Good having Penelope Ford back after 2 freaking years of being out. I know me and Chad have mentioned it before. She was a big, hard worker during the pandemic. Played a big role in that. Always there, always reliable. But yeah, Penelope Ford attacked Hayter during her intro in the ring while she was up on the ring post. Hayter comes back and pummels her. Penelope Ford does some really great gymnastic flippy stuff, slamming Hayter into the corner. That makes me want Penelope Ford versus Lady Frost.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yes.
Really bad. Maybe that could elevate them both and get Lady Frost into like the next echelon, you know. But yeah, Penelope gets the upper hand and punishes Hayter until she misses a top rope moonsault. Oh yeah, that move too, which I love her moonsault. She usually nails it and it's pretty nice. Ford dodges a lariat with her matrix bend into a cutter. Awesome. Jamie Hayter hits the Hayter aid for the win. Yeah, great match, man. Ford is still great. She's still got it. Yeah, I hope they push both of these ladies to the moon.
And kind of an example of sort of what Chandler was talking about before. Like, Hayter came back, and her matches so far have been pretty good, but I felt like this one, like the rust really came off, kind of like he's sort of hoping for Adam Cole to do, and really haven't seen a lot of evidence of. But like this one, like she looked stiff again. Like before, like her matches were pretty good, but her first ones to me, she never really looked like that crazy hard hitting like she used to be. Where I felt like she kind of got her snap back.